Hey, when I was a kid, um, I experienced sexual abuse for a couple years. I told my family about it, or my parents, and they didn't believe me. Um, and I kind of just let it go at that point, as best as a kid can do. um, Later in life, I would see movies where it happened, and I would think, well, I think I went through that stuff, but like, I don't know. Lots of people do, and like it's not that bad, and whatever. I've got bigger problems, and you know. But as I've kind of gone through this journey, doing EMDR, understanding my nervous system, understanding CPTSD, and understanding symptoms and effects of that, um, I started to give it probably the weight it deserved, right? But I just wasn't ready for as a kid. Over the last couple of months, I've been taking care of myself in a much more meaningful and intentional way. I've been recording these videos. I've been taking time off work. I've been spending a lot of time outside. It's been really fucking cold the last couple of days, the last couple of weeks, honestly. It's been hard. And heading to the holidays, I had reconciled to myself that I was going to tell my family what happened to me, again, as an adult. And I put it off, and I put it off, and I put it off, and I kept going like, what's the big deal? Why do I need to tell them? What's it going to change? I'll just wait until after the holidays. I'll wait until after this big social event. I'll wait until this thing. I'll wait until that thing. And it hit me a couple days ago. I'm just going to keep putting this off. I'm just going to keep delaying and delaying and delaying and delaying and delaying and delaying. And there's always going to be a thing. And there's always going to be a problem. And what I'm doing is holding on to this thing for their sake. Right? Sorry, a police car just looped through the neighborhood. I'm hoping everything's okay. Well, the light actually looks pretty good. That's good. So I decided to tell them. And I decided to tell them and say I need some space. That was not received well. I decided from there that I need to go no contact with them for a while to deal with my shit. Just to sit with it. Clearly, this is not being received very well. It's not a conductive environment for my healing journey. Whatever. It just felt like the right thing to do. And messages were sent that were like, you ruined Christmas. You ruined the family. The abuse was from a family member. Why now? Couldn't you just deal with it? What's wrong with you? That's a second police car. I hope filming in the park isn't illegal. Of course, every time I feel like I record these videos, something strange happens in the park. But anyway, one of the things and the main point of this video is that in the moments of difficulty, my brain started to go, maybe you're making this up. Maybe you don't actually, maybe this didn't actually happen to you. Maybe you're being overdramatic. You know, the things your brain does. And I've been practicing giving myself a lot of care and grace and being curious about the thoughts that come into my mind. Not trying to push them away, but being curious about them. And these ones I sat with. And something emerged, which was that, like, I remembered The Body Keeps the Score, like the book. And I remembered that my body can tell me things that my brain might not believe. And when I go into my body and I recognize the shock to my nervous system, the challenges I have, the physical memory, it's there. And I trust it and I believe it. And I know this is an extreme example, but sometimes our brains can rationalize out things that our bodies hold on to. Our brains can tell us something isn't true, something is not that big a deal, we can put up with it. You can muscle through a difficult period. But when you're aware of the disassociation that happens from it, when you're aware of the pain you hold, the weight you carry, it's a place of intelligence that is different than the brain. And as I get more in tune with that, as I connect the two, I find myself building a level of self-trust and self-care that I'd never had before, truly. This is a tough video to record. I feel very brain zappy right now. Like, usually when I'm coming to the park, I'm smoking a joint. It's during daytime. I'm taking it pretty easy. I have a lightness. Today's a pretty fucking hard day, if I'm being real with you. Today's a really hard day. Messages from family. Creating that space has been really hard. This is going to be my first holidays alone. I've got friends and I've got a partner that care about me. But you know, like there's an inherent fear that comes from the fact that you're not speaking to your family, that you're alone. And I think the only way I could have gone on this journey is that inkling of self-love that's emerged when I take care of myself in this meaningful way, that I'm not putting pressure on myself to display certain traits or qualities that someone else has. I'm listening to myself, right? I know what happened to me is true because it's in my body. My body remembers it's true. And if my brain can get scared and go, okay, maybe it's not that big a deal. Maybe you're overblowing it. Maybe it wasn't so many years. Maybe it didn't happen in the way you know. My body remembers. And I think when you can feel yourself tense up in a situation, when you can feel yourself brace, when you can feel yourself get nervous about something in a way that's very physical, you should trust that. That's a signal. And it might not be a signal that you want to continue happening. Like, for example, social anxiety, you know, in every social situation, if you're like panicking, that's something you should listen to and not try to obfuscate. It comes from a place. Nervous system work is so fucking hard. Nervous system work is fucking hard. And when you draw the curtain back on some of these things, it's hard to go back. Or else you feel like you're regressing. And you remember it. And you remember how good it could be. Because as hard as these last couple days have been, I have never felt so unburdened, so free. Like a gigantic weight is off my shoulders. Like I'm not carrying this thing for the sake of everybody else. Like, when a message comes in that says I ruined something, that I ruined the family, or I ruined Christmas, or whatever, that doesn't even truly hurt my feelings. What hurts my feelings is that I feel bad for kid me that didn't get the care he needed, but I didn't ruin anything. These things existed. I was just holding it all myself, and was the expectation that I'm supposed to hold everything until the end of time. These are just the burdens you carry. That might be the old European way, but I don't want to continue living that way. I can't believe of all the times, of any time here, I come to this park all the time, that two fucking golf carts pull up like right next to me as I'm telling this story. This is hilarious. Anyway, your body remembers what your brain might want to forget. If you're watching this, I hope you have a great holiday season, wherever you are in the world. If you've got loved ones, if you don't have loved ones, if you're by yourself, if you're around friends, if you're around family, take care of yourself. Listen to yourself, but most importantly, you deserve to exist as is, without anything, without any pretense, without any expectation. You deserve to exist. I'm rooting for you. Talk to you later.